Good morning, everybody. This is Vincent Meza with Listings to Leads, and welcome to our Get Started call. Before we get started, if you could just throw up a thumbs up so I know you can hear me and see my screen, that would help. And also, just to let you know, okay, thanks everybody. I see that. If there is a section in the go-to meeting navigation bar, it might be floating at the bottom of your screen, and I think it has a paper clip and a piece of paper on it. Please open that up. I'm going to open it up on my side. And there are two documents that I want everybody to download and to print. These should be left on your desktop, basically. One is called Facebook and Google Ads, and one is called Top Tools for More Listings. And obviously, they're outlines for the actions you need to be working on if you want either to run ads or to get more listings. On the top tools page, I'm just going to read off a couple of them for you. Mail out the nearby homeowner letter, run Facebook ads on later stage properties, create home valuation landing pages, run ads on Facebook and Google with those. There are 40 PDF guides for homeowners. You can run ads with those. We've got e-flyers and print tools for those. We also have PDF guides for buyers as well, but these are for sellers. And then there's a home sold report. There's just sold postcards, e-flyers, and tools for your homeowners. A lot of things right off the bat to get listings. And I think if you focus on getting one or two of those actions every week, you're definitely going to notice that in your business. On the Facebook side, this almost dovetails with a previous PDF guide, which is, you can run ads, you have print tools, and you have e-flyers I'm sorry. You can run ads for your early stage listings. You can run ads on your later stage listings for seller leads. You can run ads on any of the PDF guides for buyers and sellers. And then you can create unlimited landing pages. We do create some for you automatically, but you can run ads on any of those. And then we have Google ad software as well. I definitely recommend Google if you are trying to find more listings. The lead cost is higher, but there are also higher quality leads. So let's go over to listings to leads and just talk about this. First of all, let me know, are you a client now? If so, how long have you been with us? Our Get Started class is usually for our new clients, but everybody is always welcome to get a refresher. And we got a lot of new stuff to talk about. We're constantly rebuilding and trying to make this more intuitive and more powerful. And I've got something really exciting that I want to tell you about that we launched last fall, and it's definitely worth investigating. Before we get under the hood, we are here for realtors. We're here for loan officers. We're here for title professionals. But our focus is to help real estate advertising. We leverage social media. We leverage e-flyers. So if you've got a good CRM with a lot of leads, you want to take our e-flyers and blast them out once a week. We also have created powerful print tools. Those are door hangers, postcards like just sold, nearby homeowner letters, a lot of ways to help you get listings. Sometimes the print tools are the most effective way of getting listing leads, but an easy way is Facebook, and also an easy way is Google. Again, a little more pricey, but definitely higher quality lead. So to learn how to get your arms around that whole system, we do live training, just like today's call. You can always sign up on leadgenwebinars.com, and you'll see that Scott's doing some classes. I do classes on top tools for more listings and Facebook and Google, and get started. So Lead Gen Webinars is a good place to get started, to listen to live classes. Now, we record every one of our classes, and they're right here on our videos page. If somebody wants to send me a question in the chat panel, I can send you a link to this. But I would tell you this, I recommend definitely spending some time on the top of this page. You'll notice that there are hundreds of videos. That's because we've been doing this for hundreds of years, but you don't need to watch all of them. Probably a handful of the top ones would get you pretty far. If you go a little bit further, you're going to really become a master of this system. And this system, it literally will help you grow your business. We've had agents learn about us, and within a few years open their own office. We've had agents go from rookies to large teams of 24 agents being the top producers in large offices. And that's in a whole spectrum of success. Those people that have success learn what to do, what's going on with our system. And this place right here is the best place to learn that. That's our YouTube channel. There's also something very cool that Scott started in the fall, and it's short. So if you're following us on Instagram or if you're following our shorts page, we get a lot of feedback from our clients, either in email or from chats that we're having, discussions, but also in our mastermind group. So people are telling us what's happening and what they're doing and how they got information. So I definitely recommend that you follow our shorts, whether it's on YouTube or on Instagram. And let's see here. Our last great resource is our mastermind group. It's a private group on Facebook. Ask the support team to get you in. And it's where Scott and I are talking about our technology, what's going on. It's also talking about what agents are talking. Agents are asking questions here and saying, hey, how do I do this? Or, hey, this is what I just did. And they're just sharing ideas of how to leverage our platform. And I recommend scanning our mastermind group 5 or 10 minutes a week. Spend some time if you're just learning about us on our YouTube channel, on our videos page. These are deep classes where we're really talking about how to improve your business, right? So you got that, you got the mastermind group, definitely download the flyers. If you just got on, there is a paperclip on your GoToMeeting navigation bar. Download the Facebook and Google flyer and also the top tools for more listing. So to log in. Now, when you log into the system, the first time there's a wizard, and that wizard, you want to just try not to be distracted and just do the wizard. I know agents are distracted about every half a second, and many of them don't finish the wizard, but the actual setup wizard turns on so much automation and just makes it so easy for you to work with it. So let's look at it together and see if I can do this. Right. So when you sign up, you go in, you put your name and email, you put a credit card, you get a 2-week free trial. No matter how you sign up, everything is monthly here. Okay. And when you put in your credit card, you get dropped on this page. And this is going to be awkward because there's a bar in the way and I'm on my laptops. Put your headshot in there. If there's a requirement of any of these kind of things, put it in there. If it's not required, don't worry about it. Put in your logo from your company. Choose your color scheme. We have a lot of brands from the biggest brokerages out there. You can also do custom colors if you're with an independent shop. If you need any of this data, put it in there. If not, skip it. But here is where really, I think the power of our social media begins. And that's when it says social media auto posting. We actually auto post your listings to your social media accounts. We also put a landing page behind it. You put a nice picture, we put some text, put some emojis. If somebody's interested, they click on it. There's a landing page behind it that can capture either a buyer lead or a seller lead. So connect all your socials, connect your YouTube. We'll put a virtual tour up there. Connect Google Business. We're actually driving our client Google My Business pages to page 1 on their local real estate searches, and then skip to the next one. And the next one is where you connect to Facebook so you can run ads. Okay. So you'll click and say, is this you with your name? And you say yes. And the second page will be, great. What business page do you want to run ads on? And you choose your real estate business page. Then the next one is you connect social media again. So we're actually asking you 3 times to connect your social accounts and connect them all. And then choose this discussion, these topics down here. This is basically content. It's colorful and conversational. It's not heavy industry reads. There's stuff that's about home design, about inspirational quotes and outdoor living and other fun stuff. And you tell us how many days a week, and then you just go for it. So at this point, we're asking to get your listings in. So if you put in your MLS email, the email that you use in your MLS, we're going to auto sweep your listings. It usually takes us a little bit, but that's why we ask you to set up the auto posting first, because they can hit the system and we can auto post them to your socials right after. If you've got a new listing that's not in the MLS yet, you can add it here. You can also grab a listing at any time, which means you're borrowing it from a colleague or another agent. You usually want their permission. Local MLS rules, pay attention to those. So that's how you get your listings in. And then you connect your CRM. And we have a lot of the top APIs from the top CRMs. but I also recommend using our follow-ups. Okay. And so we have our own drip campaigns, and our drip campaigns they're frankly, I think they're better than every CRM out there. I know from some of the top ones, we have higher open rates, but we embed our landing pages and our PDF guides every other message. So there's actual value that's branded to you in every other message. And if you turn that on, we're going to help score those leads and say, hey, these people have downloaded 5 different, reports. They're a higher quality lead, right? Now on this page, we can import your reviews from Zillow, Google, and Testimonial Tree. You can also inside the account, pull them in from Facebook and I don't know, Yelp or wherever you got it. Then you're all done. That's the setup, right? It's going to ask you a couple questions here. Let's just go to the dashboard and get out of here. That's the setup for listings to leads. Now, at this point, if your head isn't spinning, hold on. I'm still going to keep going. So we have over here our listing section. Okay. Automated listings. I'll dive in these pages in a minute. We have ad software for Facebook and Google. I mentioned earlier, we have 80 PDF guides. They're all 5 or 6 pages long. They're all branded to you on every page. Multiple ways to get them out. We'll go look at that in a minute. The social content, you almost don't need to go here because that's what we just set up on the wizard. The landing pages, there's lots of landing pages. You even have unlimited landing pages. We have a lot of templates of landing pages, and you can create all the ones that you need. And in the wizard, we did the client reviews, and we actually have a client review website that's really good looking. It captures leads. It's free. It's part of the system. And we also embed your reviews wherever it's relevant, right? So we can look at it there, but I want to focus here on the dashboard first, because instead of going in every page, we make it easy for you. If you go to the dashboard and every time you log in, we always come here and you can make a decision. Do I need buyer leads or do I need seller leads? And obviously if you click on buyer leads, it's going to tee up all the assets, all the digital tools that will help you get buyer leads. But let's focus on seller leads. And it's all identical. The page is just some of the tools are designed for buyers and some are designed for sellers. And the thing on top is create ads. Why do we put this here? Because it's the most effective way of getting leads. If you want leads with name, email, and phone number, you want to use Facebook ads. And as you see, when I click here, you can create a listing ad, you can create a landing page ad, or a PDF guide ad. Well, I want to say this is the seller page. So there are 40 PDF guides, different topics for homeowners. You can run an ad with any of those 40 right here. The landing pages like what is your home worth and home so near you will be teed up onto this page. And over here on create listing ad, running an ad on a home that is pending or sold or under contract, all the text is going to get you a listing lead, not a buyer lead. So it's really smart to be leveraging your listings if you want to grow. It's not only when they're active, but when they're both. And there are a lot of people, I talk to a lot of agents every day, and I hear something like this typically. Oh, I have 1 or 2 listings. Like I have one, it's coming, and I have one, it's active right now. Okay, well, get it in there and run some ads. This is a sold property. But then I'll always ask, did you sell anything in the past month or 2? And they might say, yeah, I sold something last week. Get that in here. And just what we're looking at right now, run an ad that says, hey, that home is sold. It affects your home value. Click here for your free home value, right? All you got to do is click that button. It's that easy. And I tell our clients, especially if they sold recently, run a 7-day ad once a week for a month or 2. That's 8 ads. That's 400. That's each ad. I don't know if you can see it here. It's $50 an ad. Let's slow down a second. There's a lead cost that is set by Facebook. That means they charge you per lead. Okay. And the lead cost on average for a lead for a homeowner on a just sold ad, just like this one here, is on average $7. So if you divide 50 by 7, you would expect 7 leads with name, email, and phone number. And I want to stress that upon you because we've got hundreds of tools to help you capture leads. Some are free, some are on social media, some are in print, some are in email format. Okay. Lots of ways to get content out in front of your target market. But the best way to get leads with name, email, and phone number is by using our Facebook ad software and leaving it on lead forms, which is the default setting. I hope you understand what I'm saying, because you might get a lead with an address. You might get a lead with an email and a phone number, or you might get a lead with a name, email, and phone number. No, I'm sorry. You might get a lead with an address. You might get a lead with an address or an email together. Or you might get a lead with a name and email together. Or you might get a lead with a name, email, and phone number. And of those three options, which are you going to be able to close faster? I'm going to guess it's the one with the phone number. Okay. So if you're trying to close leads, like capture leads and close leads to have more business, you definitely want to focus on the Facebook ad stuff, because that's where you're getting automated leads pulled from the profiles. Okay. So nobody's typing anything in. That's why it's so effective. So all you got to do is click create ad. All right. And that's how you do that. That's for a sold ad. And that's how you get leads. And remember, it's $7 a lead on average, running an ad on something that's just sold. We notice that when clients run after things that are under contract or pending, that sometimes that lead cost is lower, even down to $3 a lead. Or remember, you're getting it with name, email, and phone number. So that's worth noting. But like I said, we have 80 PDF guides and we 40 of them designed for sellers. Because we're in the seller one, I think that's what we're looking at here. 12 mistakes to avoid. How do I create an ad for that? That green button that says create ad. Guess what? You click that button and you click this button and we write everything. We click all the buttons. We have Facebook ad software here. So all you have to do at this point is type in the name of the city that you want this to show on, right? I'm going to say Tampa with a 15-mile radius. You can expand the radius and boom, you click create an ad, and that's going to create an ad. Now, remember, if you run a just sold ad, those leads cost $7 each. If you run an ad on any of the 40 PDF guides for homeowners getting listing leads, those leads typically cost about $10 each. If you run an ad, we'll go down in a minute. You can also run ads on landing pages. And I will tell you this, a lot of agents like to run ads and they just, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But this is where things can get a little bit squirrely. On the free home value. So you get a free home value landing page, which is usually pretty generic. Okay. And by generic, what I mean is it's got a generic photo in the background. It's not talking about a particular town. It's just saying, what is your home worth? Right. And that's not necessarily that effective. You can test it out, but you can actually create a what is your home worth landing page for every particular town. Right. And then when you run the ad, it's going to speak to people who live in that area. There's a few details about running that kind of ad. And that's where our class on our YouTube channel about Facebook and Google ads is really important. I don't have time today to go into details of that, but targeting homeowners on Facebook in a particular town or zip code is not possible. It's just not possible. But there are some workarounds. And I always talk about that in my Facebook and Google class, which is usually on this page here somewhere. And also I talk about it in Top Tools for More Listing. So we don't have time to go over it today. It is easy to run PDF ads. It's really easy when you're running just sold ads. But when you're running those landing page ads on what is your home worth, it gets a little bit tricky there. You can do it. Sometimes it works out just fine, depending on where you are in the country. And sometimes it doesn't. And so having a more unique page for a particular town can be better for you. So let's go back to the dashboard and let's talk about buyer leads. Okay. In the past, and I've been talking to agents about 15 years, I've talked to a lot of agents. I don't care about buyer leads. I don't care. I just want more listings, right? And cool, they start to use our tools and they get more listings. So let me show you, however, because since interest rates have gone up and inventory is going up in certain areas, a lot of people do want buyer leads. So let me show you the fastest way to get buyer leads. Again, with name, email, and phone number. Where do you think that is? Of course, it's Facebook. So click on generate buyer leads, click create a Facebook ad, a listing ad, and do something that's for sale. Okay. And create ad. Get here. Did that go? Not yet. So let's wait for it to write. It basically has done everything you need to do. You just notice it's a 15-mile radius. You might want to expand that. You might also want to target another area, right? You could target Chicago. A lot of people like to get out of cold winter states and buy a nice home in the South where it's warm and they're not dying of cold, right? You might want to target people who live in high cost areas, right? Where homes are expensive and they want to take some equity out. And you could say, hey, I'm going to run an ad in Santa Monica, all three of these places. I'm going to expand my radius to 40 miles. These buyer leads cost on average $3 each. If you've got a $35 budget, divide 3 into 35 and expect 11 leads with name, and phone number. If you need to sell a home and you want to be working with buyers, you want to be running ads on here because you're going to get leads with name, and phone number. Okay. At about $3 each. And yeah, that's the story there. I will give you a long story here, it's a little more in depth. So you get a handful of landing pages, a free home value one, a down payment assistance one. And one of those landing pages is new construction. And I talk to a lot of agents and I'm talking to a builder and they're saying, if I get them a buyer, they're going to pay me. So how can I use this? And yes, you can customize the new landing page, the new construction landing page. And then you can use a flyer or a Facebook ad to run things to it. So you might be thinking you want to do that, but I would tell you this. If you want more leads, you want to talk to more people, talk to the builder, say, hey, can I get a few pictures, an MLS of one of these buildings, one of these homes, and pull it in. If you've got the MLS number, just use the grab listing button and pull it in. If not, manually pull it in with a few photographs. And now you're going to have all the marketing tools that we create, which is just our normal process. Let's see here. Looks like my computer is getting weird. Let's do this. So this is a FISBO, but it's still all the same. And what I'm trying to say is, if you are thinking I want to do new construction, I know not everybody is, create a listing and then create a Facebook ad for a particular listing. You're going to get a lot more responses than when you run an ad and say, hey, sign up for a list of something, because everybody's been on the internet for years now. And with things like Zillow and Realtor.com, if you're not giving them a listing, they can go look forever on those sites. So don't ask people to sign up for a list of something unless it's a very unique kind of property. Instead, put the property there, tell them to click for more information. And that's what we're doing. So let's talk about, let me move. I got this weird thing. I'm working on my laptop because I'm on the road. So give me a second here. So on the listing marketing, nearby homeowner letter, it's the number one tool for getting listing leads that turn into listing contracts. I'm going to go to a different property because this one I don't think it's really built out. So let's go over here to all listings. And let me know if you have any questions. I know I'm yammering on here. So here we've got listings. I want to point out that I mentioned earlier, running Facebook ads is a great way to get buyer leads and seller leads. But to get high quality seller leads, a nearby homeowner letter, it's the best thing you can do. Okay. This is a piece of paper. And if you have an account with Express Copy with a printing partner, you can activate that button. And let me show you what that means. That means that this letter, which is our most powerful letter, it says, in this case, it's open house. Most of our clients mail 100 of these out when they have something just listed. And then when they sell it, they mail another 100 out because it's going to say, we just listed a home, check it out, scan it. That's going to affect your home value. Go here to get your free home. Okay. Pretty simple message. It's not super sexy or slick. It's meant to be scanned in about 3 seconds to make a decision. Ideally, they're a homeowner who wants their home value and they go get their value. So if you're using Express Copy, you can click this button that says get mailing list and say, hey, send this out in a 1 or 2 or whatever mile radius only to single family homeowners with more than 6 years equity. Boom, click that button. They download it, they fold it, they put it in envelopes and they mail it out. That You want to be doing that. If you want more listings, you want to be doing that. Now, I am going to show you, remember I mentioned getting the mastermind group. That little thing I was showing you, the connection with Express Copy is new. It's only 2 years old. Our clients have been doing it by hand, and Pat Motley here has been doing it by hand for well over 10 years. She's been a client of ours for 10 years using this. And in the mastermind group saying, oh, I'm getting more listings. I'm getting listings in condos. I just keep resending these out, keep getting more and more listings, right? And our other clients are following that story, right? So she does something that nobody I've ever seen has done before, but now many of our clients are starting to do this. She prints out a batch of 100. This is just closed. She uses Microsoft Publisher and she prints on the back to make it look like an envelope. Then she hand folds these things and hand writes them, right? Now that little red stamp, it looks like it's like she bought something unusual. It's actually Microsoft Publisher. Now, why would Pat be going through all that when I just showed you that you can do it with Express Copy? That's because she won the first 100, 4 people called her when she had it just listed. They want to sell their home with her. On the second 100, which is the 100 we're looking at, another 3 people called her and 1 texted. All 8 of those people want to sell their home with her. And this is from 1 property and 200 pieces of mail. Look up Pat Motley in the mastermind group and look at what she's been saying over the years. If you want to get some good ideas. So that is like the kind of things that you want to be using. We also have just sold postcards. This is open house, so it's not saying open house, it's saying just sold. We have tools for the seller, social media. If you like referrals, we email that tool to you automatically. Use it. We do create single property websites and virtual tours. They're mobile optimized. We have a really powerful open house marketing toolkit. We have listing flyers. We have sign writers with text codes and QR codes. It's basically a powerhouse of marketing here. You want more leads, use more tools. Okay. So that's the listing marketing. We talked about the PDF guides. We talked about landing pages. Social content was all set up, the Facebook ads. One thing I want to talk about, and this is new and it's expensive, but I don't know how long you've been clients and I don't know why you are a client, right? There are some agents that are like, I've heard about you for years and now I have a listing and I want to use your system. So I just want to do a good job in marketing my home and just turn on the automation and run a couple ads and maybe do some door knocking. And that's awesome, right? You're going to get some leads and, do that. You might cancel right when you're finished and you sell that home and that's great. There are others agents that are like, look at their business year over year and they want to grow that. And the way to grow that is by talking to more people and closing more business, right? Selling more homes, help people buy more. So in order to do that, you need to talk to more people. And the thing I would recommend is that you run ads with our Facebook ad software, like I keep saying, and you sign up for this cool stuff called AI text follow-up. You can see here, now our AI text follow-up, it is straight up AI, right? We looked at a couple of solutions in the past year or so. Some are complete boondoggles, but this thing is really powerful. And what it's doing is it's texting people automatically. So when you think of lead capture, and I've mentioned that there are different kinds of lead you can capture, and I've asked you, when do you think you can close more? And I suggest it's the one with the phone numbers. You might think if you got a phone number, what should you do? What should you do with any lead? Should you call them, email them, or text them? And you can go research this yourself. But let me tell you, the number one way to convert leads is by starting with texting. And that's not having a really awesome paragraph written on your phone that you can copy and paste, because nobody wants that, right? But you ask them simple questions like you would on a phone call. Hey, that is in Citrus Heights. Is that an area that you're looking for? It's a 3-2, right? Is that what you need? And you just ask simple questions back and forth. Is the pricing right? Are you thinking about schools? What are you thinking about, right? In a conversation on the phone, I hope you don't just blather on for 5 minutes without asking these people any questions, because that's not going to work. Similarly, on a text, you're asking simple questions. You're going back and forth. This AI software is doing that. And what's awesome was we launched this in October. It's now the end of January, the beginning of February. We are already closing 9% of our leads to phone calls. And ideally, you're comfortable on the phone. So if you're trying to close more business and grow your business with lead capture and lead conversion and more transactions, focus on Facebook ads and get our AI text follow-up. I hope that makes sense to you. All the other stuff is cool. It's going to build your brand. It's going to capture leads. Between our AI software and AI text follow-up and our Facebook ad software, that's it. That's 1, 2, right? And when you want more listings, yeah, the print tools, the nearby homeowner letter, just sold postcard, creating home valuation landing pages, getting door hangers and getting those out in the market. Think of this in, I don't know what you're, right? Like you may work in 5 different towns all at once. Cool. Pick one of them and create a landing page. Go create a landing page and create a home value page. And sorry, my computer's, I'm on a laptop, so it's weird. Oh, I see. There it is. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Property Valuation Plus is our instant home value. So you just type in the name of the town, right? And click the green button and we create the landing page. Okay. And at that point, you're going to have on Property Valuation Plus, you're going to have a number of tools to help you market. So you click on marketing tools. I got one here for Louisville. And let's give you an idea. I think you should pick one farm market. And you can, because there's a budget to hit that market. And you want to mail something. Maybe it is a prospecting letter, right? So, and this prospecting letter has to do with the home values in your town, right? Mail something once or twice a month to your number one farm market. Whenever you see the words e-flyer for your database, like on the back of any of the PDF guides or on the back of your listing, or in this case, on the back of a landing page, drop this on those leads once a week. So you're email blasting them, you copy the code here, you take it over to your CRM and you blast it on your leads once a week. It's free. These graphics, these links, those big graphics, those links, those are all lead capture. They're driving to pages that are going to capture leads. So email them once a week, run an ad on them on Facebook once a week, and mail something in print from our platform once or twice a month. That's what I think you need to do. And it doesn't always have to be a landing page. It could be a listing. It could be an open house. I'm going to run an open house ad this week. I'm going to do a just sold ad next, or a just sold postcard, right? You're getting stuff out there that has print, that's branded to you, that has lead capture built into it, as well as running ads to get more leads with name, email, and phone number. If you're running ads in front of the same people that you're emailing and printing on, you're really becoming a marketing powerhouse, right? And I know most of you don't even have that as a concept. The business is not getting any easier. I'm sure you're aware of that. And you're going to have to get a lot more effective in your marketing. And that's what this thing is. We looked at the dashboard a few times. Make sure you get in and download this listing presentation. Okay. It's 26 pages long. And I'm going to show you something that's even way cooler than that. When you download it there, it's a PDF guide. You can download that. And if you ever find yourself on a listing presentation, leave it behind. You can also create a listing with the status of listing presentation. So let's say you capture a seller lead and you say, hey, would you like to talk about selling your home? And they say, yes, add the listing over here, put in 1 or 2 pictures and put the status as listing presentation. Why do you want to do that? Let me show you why. This listing presentation, I mentioned you should print it, but we also create it in Flipbook. So the print is the leave behind, right? And if you create a listing presentation on a particular listing, you see this photo here, your photo of their house is going to replace every one of these photos. So it's saying, hey, this is my marketing. This is what I do to sell your home. I do ads on Facebook. I do social media marketing. But instead of the generic pictures that we're using, you've got your picture on every page, your logo on every page, and their home on every page, right? You can say, I do things on YouTube. I have print tools. I have nearby homeowner marketing. I have sphere of influence tools, right? You should read through this so you know what this all means. Short form videos, virtual tours, text, all this stuff, right? We even do QR codes and mobile marketing. Let's go back to that. So in the QR codes and mobile marketing, you can tell them, hey, Why don't you, homeowner, snap that with your phone right there? Everybody understands how this works since COVID began. Snap that with your phone and with your own phone and see what happens. What's going to happen is we're going to send them a link with a mobile optimized website right there at that meeting. So really what this is for is to make you look like a marketing powerhouse. If you're going to find yourself in a listing presentation, at least use our generic one. If not, create a listing with the status of listing presentation. You're going to have that available for you. Now, a couple of other things I'm going to open it up for questions. You might find that you're not like flat out busy, right? Click on the marketing calendar here, and you'll notice that every day of the week, the business week, we have one thing you could do. If you look at the small text underneath, it says it's for seller leads, or it's for buyer leads, or it's for both. So decide what it is that you want and click on it. You could just work every day, just do one thing a day. But what's nice about it is when you click on it, we give you a simple one-page checklist. You can get deep details on how to execute. And then if you click here, this is going to be a place where you can do those things. And all you go through there. We're just trying to make it easier for you to use. Also on this page, I think the resources are really useful. There's a link to our YouTube channel. There's a link to our Instagram. There's a link to our Facebook mastermind right here. So that's all on the marketing calendar. You can sign up for our live webinars here. Our blogs are interesting and our support posts are stale. But get on our YouTube channel, get on our Instagram channel, and in our Facebook mastermind, you will be on top of what's going on. Any questions? Let me throw in a couple more ideas. I don't see any questions. There is a refer and earn. So if you're working with a bunch of agents, you can create your own referral link. You need a PayPal account, and then you'll have a page that you can say, hey, sign up here and you'll get a recurring 15%. If you like to hear what other people are doing, click on success stories here. And you're going to see a lot of people telling you just how they got listings with our system or how they got buyers with our system. So these are a lot more shorter than our 1 hour calls, but definitely helpful. What else? There's text IVR here. And the text IVR is when you have a code that says like text this number to that number to get instant information. A lot of clients like to use this if they have sign writers. If you're in a community where you hang a sign writer and it's got your picture and your logo and it says for sale, cool, right? They might call you, right? Hopefully they do. But you can also say, hey, text this number to that number and get instant information. That's awesome because people are when they do that, you're going to get their phone number and you're going to know the property that they're looking at because that's part of the lead, right? And I'm not too excited about that. I already talked to you about the AI follow-up. I'm very excited about that, and I hope you all use that. You definitely need that if you're trying to close leads. Okay, that's all that's for. Media library, that's for agents that can't sleep at night, like Scott, and you just want to sit there and burn hours. Oh, have fun there. Any questions about what we've got here? Ask the support team to get you in the mastermind group. Okay. And there's a lot of good information here. Definitely check this out. Okay. You'll see a lot of feedback from clients. Hey, I did this and I'm getting these kinds of leads and etc. Right. Get on our YouTube channel and spend some time on the videos page. Again, if you're an agent who is trying to grow your business, you've been doing this for a while, and this is really your full-time deal and you want it to grow, you need to spend some time on this page and understand what this platform can do. Because this platform has doubled and tripled our clients' businesses. Not over a couple of weeks, and not even over a couple of months, but a couple of years. It's got a lot to it. So that's my story, everybody. Any questions? So I appreciate you hanging out with me here today and listening to this. This call has been recorded. It will be in our mastermind group. No, not in the mastermind group. It'll be on our YouTube channel. And ask us to get you inside the system. Oh, I forgot to mention it, but if you need a team account or a broker account, reach me, right? Just go here, go to Office and Teams. I think my contact. If you have questions and I didn't answer them, you can also reach to me there. Let's see here. And one last thing, our pricing is going up. Right now, it's $60 a month. And everything I showed you, except for the software, the AI software, and the Google, the Facebook comes, here's my contact. Everything comes with it. Okay. It's $60 a month. You can keep, if you keep less than 10 in it, it's $60 a month. Okay. Now, in any day now, like it's February 3rd, by the end of this week, our pricing is going to $125 a month for agents. All of our lender pricing and our office team pricing is going to go up soon after that. So if you're on the fence, I recommend you sign up as soon as you can because you'll be grandfathered in whatever rate you started. If you need a team account, email me at vince@listingstoleads. I can get on the phone and talk to you about that as well. Again, thanks for joining me today. I hope this helps, and let our support team know how we can help you. And if you need a team account, broker account, or even a loan officer account, let me know. Thanks, everybody. Have a great 2025.